So this is the requirement. Here I am giving something sales document number and I am clicking on the get data. At the time I am applying something header information, I mean item information and billing information. 3 tabs I am taking the tab strip. Okay, so I will design the screen now. This is the T, the transaction code. So the program name is 6. This is the tab strip. Module pool programming. Package name, TR number. So first step is completed. I am creating the program in the AC38 transaction by using module pool programming. I mean the type is module pool. And now I have to create a screen here, right? So click on display object list here. In the left panel you can get left side you can get one pop-up here. And right click on the program name and click on create button. Click on screen. Okay, the screen number I am taking 2000.
Sir, could you repeat it once?
The requirement or
No. Now you have shown not requirement. I have listened.
okay. So this is a program here, right? So whenever we are creating the program at the time, we are giving the type. The type is module pool here. Okay, actually we will select the executable program. Okay, that is the executable program. Normal ALB report you have created, right? Up to here you have selected executable program only, and include. If you want to create an include, then we will go for this one. But now I am selecting module pool. This is the module pool programming. That is where the type is module pool, and click on save button. Okay, so while creating the program it will ask the type of that one. Okay, so here 5 steps are there. If you want to create any multiple programming, 5 steps are there. The first one, create multiple programming in AC38. Okay, just now I have created, this is a program. Okay, in the AC38 only I have created a program. And the second step is create the screens. Okay, create the screens. Now what I'm doing in the left, so here display object list is there. Okay, if you click on the display object list, you will get some window pop up in the left side. Here program name is coming. Okay, this is our program name ZMPP6. You can see here the program name here also. Okay, and here also same name is coming. Right click on the program name and click on create button. Click on the screen. Okay, the screen number I am giving 2000. Okay, so this is the main screen. This is the main screen and this is the normal screen only. Okay, now click on save button. Click on save button. Click on layout. So this is the screen. I am designing the screen here. Okay. So first of all, the requirement I have to give sales order number. Okay. On get data push button I have to take here. So I am clicking on this button. The table name is VBAK and the VBELN, right? So VBELN I am taking. I am passing here. Okay, sales document number. Double click on it, and here the input output field I am changing the name here, the LV underscore VBLN. Okay, LB underscore VBELN, I am changing the name. And here get data, I want to add some push button. So push button is this one. So click on that button and add here. Okay, get data. Okay, get data and the function code. Function code get data, please. Okay, function code is also get data. Click on enter button. Fine, this is okay, fine. Okay, and the next one, next thing. Click on back button. 1 minute. Click on back button. Fine. Fine. Now, get data is okay. Now I have to add here something tab strip. Okay, tab strip I have to add here. So if you see here something tab strip is coming like this. The symbol also, by seeing of this icon also we can identify this is a tab strip like that. Okay, so this is the tab strip control and this is the tab strip with wizard. Okay, tab strip with wizard. So first of all, I am taking tab strip. Tab strip and tab strip with wizard both are same here. Okay, so the difference is the tab strip you have to write each and every line. Okay, in tab strip you have to write each and every line, but in tab strip with wizard it's not like that. Okay, if you select this one, automatically all the code will come. Okay, just we have to provide something internal table names, our carrier names. I mean our internal table names, our carrier names we have to pass. Okay, automatically the code will generate here. Okay, so but before that one we have to understand, so what is the flow, how we have to write the code. Okay, so we have to get known in that way. So first of all I'm selecting the tab strip only. Okay, tab strip, and here also a table control also. Okay, table control is there and table control with wizard is there. Okay, so when we have to go for table, I mean if you click on table control, then each and every line we have to write here. Okay, if you go for table control with wizard, okay, so it will generate all the code. Just we have to pass the internal table names, work areas which are participating in this table control. We have to pass those names, that's it. Automatically the code will generate here. Okay, I will show you that one also, how can it will generate. Okay, as of now I'm selecting tab strip here, so manually I have to write each and every line. Okay, this is the tab strip. Okay, I will give something name for this one. The tab strip name, tab strip name, tab only I'm taking here. Okay, tab strip name I'm giving tab. Fine, here by default two tabs are coming. Okay, by default two tabs are coming, but I want three tabs here. One is for header, one is for item, and one is for billing, right? So I want to add a one more tab here at that time. So just double click on the tab strip here, on here tab title is coming 2, right? So in place of 2 in place of 2 just pass 3, click on enter button. Okay, now it is coming like this, 3 tabs are coming here. Okay, 3 tabs are coming. Now what I will do, I will rename this one. Okay, so this is the tab 1, I am passing tab 1 only. Name is tab 1. Okay, name is tab 1. And text means here it is displaying, right? So tab 1 it is displaying, right? So this is the text here. This is the SO header. Okay, SO header. And the function code. Okay, so this is a button here. Okay, this is a button. If you click on this button, I mean tab button, then I mean SO header tab button, then header information should come. If I click on tab 2, okay, tab 2 button, so item information should come. If I click on tab 3 button, then I want to display billing information, right? So this is a button. Okay, so I have to add something function code for this one, for this tab. Okay, if I click on this SO header tab, I want to give something function code. Okay, so the technical name I'm giving here, the function code is tab 1 only. Okay, tab 1. And here name and function code both are same here. Okay, name and function code. You can take different names also. As of now, I'm selecting same. Okay, tab 1 here and tab 1 here. And the same thing for the second one. The second one is the tab 2, right? So I'm passing the tab 2 here, the name, the text. Okay, the text I'm displaying so item. Okay, so item, sales order item information. Okay, and function code is also tab 2. Okay, tab 2. And the tab 3 is coming. So double click on the tab 3 and here the name is tab 3 only, but the text is different. I am passing the text as the billing and the function code is tab 3. Okay, fine. Fine. So this screen is saved now. Now what I'm doing, and here in the S4 header, okay, the S4 header. So this is a single place only. Okay, this is a single place only. So depend on the tab. Depend on the tab, the data is displaying here. Okay, so if I click on the first tab, header information. If I click on the second tab, item information. If I click on the third tab, billing information is coming. Okay, the place is same here, but data is coming as a different ways, right? So here I want to create some sub screen. Okay, so S4 header. Okay, if I click on S4 header, something subscreen, one subscreen should come here. Okay, and S4 item. If I click on that S4 item, one more subscreen should come here. And the billing. If I click on the billing, one more subscreen should come here. Okay, subscreens concepts will work here. So first of all, if you want to apply any subscreen here, okay, directly that is not possible. Okay, directly that is not possible. First of all, we have to assign some space. Okay, first of all, we have to assign some space for this one, right? So that is a subscreen area. Okay, in S4 header, subscreen area I have to pass here. Okay, subscreen area. This is a subscreen area. You already know about this one. Okay, subscreen area. Okay, in the last class, I think in the not in the last class only. Okay, we have discussed about subscreen area. In the normal screen, in the main screen, if you want to uh, display the data, 1 minute, I will show you this one. So this is the subscreen area, right? So this is the main screen. Okay, this is the main screen. So you are adding two subscreens here. Okay, you are adding two subscreens here. So if you want to add, if you want to display subscreens here, then what you are doing? You have to assign some space here. Okay, you have to assign some space in the main screen. Okay, by using subscreen area, you have to assign some space, right? So in the same way, here you are displaying in a two separate places. But what I'm doing, the same place only I'm doing in the tab strip. Okay, so here S4 header on the subscreen area, I'm giving something space for this one. Okay, this is the subscreen area. Double click on it, and I'm giving something name for this one, SA1, subscreen area 1. Okay, subscreen area 1. This will apply in a SO header. Okay, and I will come to the SO item. Okay, SO item. In the SO item also, I will take one subscreen area. Okay, the name I'm giving here SA2, subscreen area 2. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, before assigning subscreen, we have to give some space, no, sir. That
So
where you are giving.
this is the space. Subscreen area is nothing but space only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and billing is there. So for the billing also I'm giving something subscreen area. Okay, subscreen area or space, both are same here. Okay, directly I am not passing the subscreen here. Okay, so I am giving something space. That space is nothing but subscreen area. Okay, something area I am giving here. The name is SA3 now for the billing. Okay, for the billing SA3 and fine. This is okay now. Okay, this is okay now. Now, what is the requirement? If I click on the get data, okay, if I click on the get data, I want to fetch the data. I mean, I want to fetch the data and display the data, right? And before that one, I have to create three subscreens here. For SO header, I have to create one subscreen, and for SO item, one more subscreen, and billing, one more subscreen. Three subscreens I have to create here. So click on back button. I mean, flow logic or back button, whatever it is. Okay, so first of all, I mean back button functionality. Okay, for the main screen. For the main screen here, back button should come, right? So that back button I have to activate here. So what we have to do in the PBO. Okay, so before going to that one, equal declaration should maintain here, right? Equal declarations. So in the layout tab, you are taking only one input output field. Okay, the input output field name is LB underscore BBELN, right? So I will declare that one first of all in the main program. Data LV underscore VBELN type VBAK hyphen VBELN. Fine. And now include I'm taking include get MPP6 underscore PAI converting per PBO. First of all, I will create a PAI. Two includes I am taking here for PAI and PBO. Two includes I am taking. Fine. Two includes I have taken here. Now I will come to the screen. Screen number 2000. Okay. And here PBO. PBO I have to activate some back button functionality, right? Just double click on it. Click on S button. Select the PBO module. I mean include. Okay. And by default something set PS status came here. Okay. So in place of this one, I will pass ST80 or something AJF. Okay, AJF I'm passing, just double click on it. So this is one way, or we have to go for SC41 transaction /y SC41. In the interview, they may ask you question. What is the transaction code for menu painter? Okay, the menu painter transaction code is SC41. Okay, so this is the SC41 transaction. You can see here SC41 transaction, right? So this is the program name and the status name. Status name I want to add SJF here. So what is the name here? SJF I'm taking, right? So same thing. So the program name and the status name I'm taking, click on create button. Here menus. Okay, in the function keys, so the back button, right? So back here, back button. Okay, three buttons I'm activating here. Click on back. Okay, this is completed now. SC41. In SC41, I'm creating one status here. Status name is SJF. Okay, now I want to use that name in the program. Okay, here SJF I am using here. Okay, now if you double click on this SJF, automatically it will go to SC41 transaction. See here, you have created, right? So back button, cancel button, exit button, it is coming here. Okay, fine. Now this is the default one. Okay, by default I am applying some buttons. Now I have to write a code for that one. If I click on back button, what should come? If I click on exit button, what should come? Okay, so where can you write a logic? You have to write in the PAI. Okay, PAI. So process after input. Okay, double click on this module here. Click on X button. So in the PAI, I'm selecting PAI include, and here case S5 will come. Okay, when back, when cancel, when exit, when tab 1, when tab 2, when tab 3. Okay, so in the see here back button functionality I have applied now, and here header also is there, item and billing is there. Okay, if I click on this header in the back end, I have given the name function code as the tab 1, and the item tab 2, and the billing tab 3. The function codes I have given like that. So one more time click on, one more time go to the layout. Okay, here back button functionalities I have applied like this, and now this one. If I click on the tab 1, okay, so what is the tab 1 name here? I mean the function code here, tab 1. Okay, the function code for the tab 1 is tab 1 only, and the SO item is coming. So for the second tab, what is the function code? Tab 2. And the third one, billing, what is the function code? Tab 3. Same thing I am applying here. Okay, if I click on these buttons, what should come here? Okay, if I click on tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, what should come here? Okay, fine. Now here leave program, and here also leave program, because this is the first screen. So if you click on back button or exit button or cancel button, whatever it is, leave program only should come here. Okay, so here tab 1. If I click on tab 1, okay, if I click on tab 1, then I want to activate the first tab. Okay, if I click on this header button, then header information should come here. If I click on item information, item tab, item information should come here. If I click on billing button, then billing information should come here, right? So for that one, I am writing the code. Okay, if I click on the tab 1, then I want to activate the first tab. If I click on the tab 2, then I want to activate the second tab. If I click on the tab 3, then I want to activate the third tab. Okay, so for that one, what is the tab strip name here? Don't know, right? I will go to layout once again. So this is a tab. Okay, tab strip name is tab only. Okay, tab strip name is tab only. So the PAI, I want to activate that tab here. Okay, tab hyphen active tab equal to tab 1. Okay, here tab means the tab strip name. Okay, otherwise I will take that name, I will change that name. You will get confused here. What is the tab like that? And I will change that description names also. Okay, tab st I'm taking. Okay, tab strip, right? Tab st I'm taking here for the tab strip name. On the header, S4 header is coming, right? So the tab 1 name, in place of tab 1 I am passing header. Okay, and in place of In place of tab 2 name, I am passing item. Okay. In place of tab 3, I will pass billing. Bill only. Okay, bill only, not billing, bill only. Okay, so first one, SO header is coming. So the name is header. Okay, the name is header. The text is SO header. So you are displaying something SO header, right? That will come in the text. Okay, SO header is coming. Okay, so what is the function code for this one? The function code is tab 1. Okay, the function code is tab 1. Mean if you click on this button, okay, if you click on this button, sy-ucom system variable is there. So it will contain this tab 1. Okay, so if you click on the SO item, okay, if you click on SO item, then sy-ucom will contain tab 2. Okay, if you click on the tab billing, okay, then sy-ucom will contain tab 3. Now what I'm doing, so if I click on this SO item, okay, if I click on this SO item, so I'm checking, okay, if ucom equal to tab 2, okay, I want to activate this tab, second tab. So what is the name for this one? The name is item here. Okay, the name is item, and so the screen is in SO item. Okay, now I will click on SO header. Okay, I will click on SO header. Then what the function code for this one? The function code is tab 1. Okay, function code is tab 1. So if tab 1, if sy-ucom equal to tab 1, then I want to active this tab. Okay, I want to active this tab. What is the tab name here? The tab name is header. Okay, the tab name is header. So I am writing that logic only here. Okay. Here tab 1. If I click on tab 1, this is the function code. Okay, this is the function code. If I tab strip name is tab st, right? So tab st happen active tab equal to header. Header. Okay, if I click on the tab 2, second tab, okay, the function code is tab 2 only, and if I click on the tab 2, then tab st hyphen active tab equal to item. Okay, the name I am giving here. Okay, the tab name is there, right? So that name I am giving here. This is the bill. Okay, only bill. Just I am activating the tab. That's it. Okay, just I am activating the tab, and here tab strip I am using, right? So in the main program we have to maintain equal declarations. We have to maintain, right? Controls tb tabst type tab strip. Okay, tab strip I am maintaining in the screen, so I am maintaining the equal declaration in the main program also. Fine. So the first screen is completed here. Okay, the first screen is completed here. If I click on back button or cancel button or exit button, it will go outside of the program. Okay, if I click on tab 1, then first tab, the name is header. Okay, so it will activate. And if I click on a second button, okay, second tab, then item tab should be active here. If I click on the third tab, then billing tab should be active here. Okay, now each and every for each and every tab, I am taking something subscreen area, means I have to apply some subscreen there. All right, so you have to create subscreens. 3 subscreens you have to create here. Screen is there, just right click on it and click on create button. These are 2001. Okay, the name is header information. Okay, this is a subscreen. Okay, subscreen, click on save, and one more screen. Okay, screen number is 2002, and the what it is, this is the item information. So click on a subscreen here. Okay, subscreen, click on save button, and one more screen. one more screen, 2003. 2003. This is the billing, and this is also subscreen. Click on save. Okay, now 3 subscreens are coming here. Okay, 2001, 2001. This is a subscreen only. Okay, subscreen only, and 2002. This is also subscreen, and 2003. This is also subscreen. Okay, now I have to design the screen. Okay, now I have to design the screen. Right. So first of all, 2001. Okay, click on layout tab here. So here I am taking something table control. Okay, so table control is this one, right? So click on that one. This is the table control. On the table control name. Okay, table control name. This is a VBAK information, right? VBAK underscore TBS, TBC table control. Okay, VBAK underscore TBC. Okay, VBAK table control. Okay, and here multiple records may become here. So on horizontal vertical lines also I want to display. So I am taking like this. Okay, fine. Now I have to apply the fields here. Okay, from VBAK table, which fields I have to take here. Okay, so I am clicking on this button dictionary, and the VBAK is the table name, and I want to display VBELN and AUDAT. Kunar. Okay, 3 fields I am taking here. Click on OK button. So just drag and drop here. Okay, 3 fields are coming. Sales document number, document type, and sold to party. Sold to party, ship to party. These all are customers only. Okay, customers only. Now I will change the name for this one. Okay, by default table name hyphen field name is coming. Now what I will do, I will rename to work area hyphen field name. Same thing here also. Okay, work area name hyphen field name. And the second one also work area name hyphen field name. And third one also work area name hyphen field name. Okay, fine. Now I'm doing like this. Now click on save button. Click on back button. So I will declare the equal declarations here. Tab strip I am taking. Okay, sorry, table control I am taking. The table control name is VBAK underscore TBC, right? I will copy this one. Okay, and the work area also here I am taking work area, right? So work area name hyphen field name, right? So I will declare the work area also. Okay, now click on back button in the main program. Okay, in the main program I will declare the equal declarations. Okay, so I'm designing the screen. So same thing I have to declare in the main program also, right? So here controls, the table control name is the VBAK underscore TBC. Type table view using screen. What is screen number? 2001. Okay, so this table control is available in 2001 screen. So that screen number I'm passing here, and the work area also, right? So work area. First of all, I will declare types. Types begin of TY underscore VBAK, VBELN type. Next one is the AUDAT. Right, and VBAP also I will declare now only. VB API also I am declaring now only VBELN type. Okay, for billing also I will declare now only. See, the class will disconnect in 3 minutes. Okay, so it will extend up to 8 o'clock or 8:10 like that. Okay, I will try to finish this tab strip for today. Okay, please reconnect it once again. Now I will declare the internal tables and work areas. Okay, data, work area VBAK type, TVN square VBAK, and IT VBAK type table of TVN square VBAK. Work area VBAP type TVN square VBAP. IT VBAP type table of TVN square VBAP. Work area VBRP type TVN square VBRP. IT VBRP type table of TVN square VBRP. Okay, so here. So I'm declaring something internal tables and work areas here. Okay, and I will go to the screen, 2000 screen. So in the 2000 screen, I mean 3 tabs are there, right? So tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, 3 tabs are there. So if I click on the first tab, so 2001 will come here. Okay, 2001 will come here. So I have designed the layout also. Okay, I have designed the layout. I mean table control I have taken here. And then if I click on the second tab, okay, if I click on the second tab, I have to design the layout for VBAP, right? So here I will take one more table control. This is the table control. I will drag and drop here. Okay, I will drag and drop here. So the table control name is VBAP underscore TBC, table control name. Okay, and here someone is asking question.
Sir, to declare this table control, no, every time we have to click on the subscreen, sir.
Every time we have to click on subscreens. Yes, not like that. So if you want to display the data in the subscreen, then we have to go for subscreen area.
So now we are displaying in the 2002, no, for item, this item tab we are taking, no, so we have to click on 2002.
We have to click on without table displays.
No, sir, I'm asking like here you are taking the table control, no, sir.
Yes, yes.
So to design this one, we have to click on that 2002 subscreen, right? No.
Yes, yes.
You created that only we have to click, no, sir.
Yes, I have to click on that one only.
Okay, sir.
See, 2002 is there. So I have.